province of KwaZulu Natal is grappling with the aftermath of one of the most intense meteorological events in recent years. A catastrophic storm system, characterized by gale-force winds, torrential rain, and confirmed tornadic activity, tore through the coastal and inland regions between the late hours of Sunday, April 5th, and the early morning of Monday, April 6th, 2026. The South African Weather Service, SAWS, had issued level 6 warnings prior to the weekend, but the sheer velocity of the system caught many off guard. Meteorologists confirmed that a brief but powerful tornado touched down in the Bishopstowe area of Pietermaritzburg between 1720 and 1740 on Sunday. In Durban, rainfall intensified overnight, with some weather stations recording between 50 millimeters and 100 millimeters of rain within a single hour. This water bomb effect led to instantaneous flash flooding across the eThekwini Municipality. By Monday morning, the landscape of Durban was one of chaos and destruction. The eThekwini Municipality's Disaster Management Center reported over 48 major incidents across the metro. The South Region, 22 incidents. Areas like Chatsworth and Morningside saw dozens of trees uprooted, blocking arterial roads and crushing boundary walls. In Westville and Sherwood, mudslides threatened residential properties, while low-lying bridges became impassable. Newlands West and Durban North experienced significant power outages as high-voltage lines were snapped by falling debris. One of the most shared images of the storm featured luxury vehicles submerged in floodwaters on the iconic Florida Road, highlighting how even well-developed urban hubs were vulnerable to the surge. In a testament to improved early warning systems and the bravery of first responders, no fatalities have been officially confirmed within the Durban metro as of Tuesday, April 7th. However, the situation remains precarious. Emergency teams, including IPSS Medical Rescue and various local agencies, worked through the night to evacuate residents from flooded homes. In Pietermaritzburg, search teams continue to scour debris in Bishopstowe to ensure no residents were trapped during the tornado's brief touchdown. eThekwini's electricity department is overwhelmed with thousands of individual faults. Officials warn that restoring power to some suburbs may take several days due to the sheer volume of blown transformers and tangled lines. Several pump stations were flooded, leading to temporary water interruptions in parts of the south coast. Transnet reported minor delays at the Port of Durban due to debris in the harbor, though shipping lanes remain largely operational. KZN Premier and eThekwini Mayor have visited the hardest-hit areas, praising the spirit of Ubuntu as neighbors helped each other clear sand and water from their homes. Our teams are on the ground 24/7. We are currently in the mop-up phase, focusing on clearing roads and restoring essential services, said a municipal spokesperson. The government has urged citizens to remain cautious, as the ground remains saturated and prone to further landslides. Meanwhile, at the Checkers at Scottsville Mall, a vehicle was pinned beneath a falling tree as occupants took shelter from the storm. Despite significant damage to the vehicle, no injuries were reported, Botha said. Major routes were also affected, including the N3 southbound off-ramp, where a fallen tree caused traffic delays. Emergency teams secured the area and managed traffic flow while clearing operations continued. A second obstruction on Hesketh Drive added to the disruption, with teams working to remove debris and restore access. Botha said coordinated efforts between emergency services and fire department crews ensured that primary routes were cleared. Through a joint effort between KwaZulu Private Ambulance and the local fire department, all primary obstructions were systematically cleared using chainsaws and heavy recovery equipment, he said. The Provincial Disaster Management Center is working with local municipalities to assess the extent of the damage and restore services. No fatalities have been reported at this stage. A comprehensive update will be provided once technical assessments are concluded. The KwaZulu Natal Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs said. Authorities have urged residents to remain cautious as cleanup operations continue and to report hazards to emergency services. In case of an emergency, the public can contact the city's Disaster Management Center on 03-136-10000. The South African Weather Service, SAWS, has shed light on a brief tornado that occurred in Bishopstowe on Sunday afternoon, 5th April 2026. Meteorologists reported that a weak storm cell formed shortly after 5 p.m. and remained concentrated over one area. The region's terrain and curved landscape is believed to have contributed to the storm's rotation, which also produced small hail. As additional storm activity moved in from the west, conditions became more volatile, with increased wind, moisture, and instability. This created the perfect setup for a brief tornado between 5:20 p.m. and 5:40 p.m. With sunset at 5:51 p.m. and changing EUMETSAT imagery, spotting the details in real time became more difficult, the weather agency said. KZN continues to face recurring threats from severe weather, particularly flooding linked to heavy rainfall. The province's most devastating disaster occurred in April 2022, when floods killed more than 400 people and caused damage estimated at 7 billion rand. 2 years later, in April 2024, further flooding wreaked havoc on coastal tourism areas, destroying holiday homes, beaches, and infrastructure, and leaving popular destinations severely damaged. In early 2025, another disaster struck, prompting KwaBhaca Minister Velinkosi Hlabisa to declare a provincial state of disaster after floods between the 16th and 28th of February resulted in more than 3.1 billion rand in losses and 22 deaths. More recently, in January 2026, a national state of disaster was declared after widespread severe weather, including heavy rain, strong winds, lightning, and flooding, affected not only KZN, but several other provinces. These included Limpopo, Mpumalanga, the Eastern Cape, and the Northwest. This followed months of persistent adverse weather conditions dating back to late November 2025. Meanwhile, 2 people have died following a heavy storm that ravaged Ngwetsheni Village in KwaBhaca in the Eastern Cape on Monday. Umzimvubu local municipality mayor Zukiswa Ndevu says the 2 men were inside a vehicle when it was blown away by strong wind and hit a wall. Ndevu says a number of people have been left destitute as their homes were destroyed by the storm. She says infrastructure was also damaged and trees uprooted. We are here in this village visiting all the affected homesteads. Many houses have been destroyed. 2 people have died. Some people have been taken to hospital. As soon as we are done here, we will be visiting the hospital. The disaster management team from the district municipality is here conducting an assessment. So as soon as they are done with it, we will be able to give a comprehensive report about the extent of the damage.